Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Onion Rings. Today I have a Moze build for you guys. It's my build. It's like an overall just good build. It doesn't really do anything in particular. It's not fully spec'd into Bottomless Mags. It's not fully spec'd into Demolition Woman or anything like that. It's just kind of like an overall build. It actually utilizes all three trees. So it is gear dependent. You have to have a Deathless artifact. If you don't, the build will kind of like still work, but it's gonna work not as great. You want something that lowers your max health. If you can't get a Deathless, there is this perk, which we take anyway for the skill tree, so that will help some. It reserves your max health and adds it to your shield, so that will help if you don't have a Deathless. But try to get a Deathless if you don't have one. I think it has a higher drop chance from Grave Ward, but to be honest with you, I just farmed him like 15 fucking times, and I didn't get another one. I'm trying to get one with better rolls, and I killed him like 15 times and I didn't get one, so I don't know. But anyway, that's the main thing, is you need this because it reduces your health all the way down to 1, which comes in handy with one of the perks in the build. Now your class mod is just a bonus, but I found this. I was using, where is it? I think I still have it. I was using this one because it gave me +2 to shoot, I don't know the name of the perk, but the little handgun one there in the middle gave you +2 to that, which is pretty decent because it takes it from a 50% gun damage bonus to an 83% bonus. However, the one that I found gives me a 25% flat weapon damage bonus anyway, so I only lost about, 7 or 8% weapon damage, but in trade I gained way more to Scorching RPMs, which gives me more fire rate and critical hit damage, so my damage is still good. And then it also gave me +1 to this, which whenever I get a critical hit, which I'm always critical hitting with this build, and that's kind of what this build is all about, I get bonus incendiary damage. So anyway, enough about the gear. Let's get into the build. We'll start with Bottomless Mags. Max out Cloud of Lead. Every 4th shot's going to do incendiary damage and not consume ammo. Max out Stoke the Embers, gives you bonus incendiary damage. Get Redistribution. Every time you get a critical hit, you're going to regenerate ammo to your magazine for a few seconds, and it stacks on itself. Well, by stack on itself, I mean it refreshes itself, so as long as you're constantly getting critical hits, it'll never go away. Put 1 point into Scrappy, just to get, just to move the tree down some more. You could put it up here if you want, I guess. If you're running all of the same weapon type, you could put it into this, and then you'll have like a 8% mag size bonus, but that's not that great, so I just put it in here. Give me a little extra swap speed and handling. And then you want to max out Scorching RPMs for the increased fire rate and critical hit damage, because fire rate's always good, because the faster you're firing, the more damage you're going to pump out, and the critical hit damage that's really the main reason you want this perk, because it gives you so much. I think with the class mod off, it's like 20%. Hang on, let me see. Oh, what the heck? Did I just freeze my game? Almost. I almost froze my game just trying to take something off. Look, I did it again. Nice game, Gearbox. This game is very poorly optimized on PC. Alright, where am I right now? Let me just drop the item, so I can pick it back up in a minute. Yeah, it's 20% critical hit damage and 15% rate of fire when it's at 5 of 5. But mine gives it +4, which puts it at 36% and 27%. That's an extra 16% critical hit damage and an extra, like 8% fire rate or something. I don't know, I'm bad at math, and it's also like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm tired. Anyway, shut up, leave me alone. Moving on to Demolition Woman. Max out fire in the Skagden. Whenever you do splash damage, you will do bonus incendiary damage. This is going to be useful if you're using any type of weapon that has splash damage on it, an explosive, a grenade, a heavy weapon, or just any weapon that has splash in general. Even a gun like the Hellfire, which is an SMG that does splash damage, even something like that counts. Anything that does splash damage counts. This is one of the best perks of the build. This goes hand in hand with redistribution, because every time you get a critical hit, you regenerate ammo. Well, every time you do splash damage, you're going to have a chance to get ammo and a chance to get grenades. Put 2 points somewhere in these 4. Put 2 points somewhere in here. I chose this because I do splash damage quite a lot, and at 6% chance to double it is pretty cool. You don't want to max this out, though, because you want to save the perk points for better things. And then you definitely want to max this out. Pull the holy pin. This one is a big thing. Your grenades have a chance to critical hit. You want to get this as high as you can. If you have a class mod that gives you more to this perk, go for it, I'd say. You want to get that as high as you can. Have your grenades crit as much as you can. Because that goes hand in hand with this. Because this is a critical hit from anything. Critical hit from a gunshot or from a grenade. It doesn't matter. It will trigger this. Also, by the way, you can get +2 to this. So you can have a second rank of this if you get a class mod with it. I actually had one. I'm not running it right now, but I actually did have one. Where is it? It's green. There it is. I actually have one here. You can get a +1 to redistribution, which would make it have 2 stacks, and that would make you regenerate 10% of your magazine instead of 5%. Anyway, and then lastly, onto the Shield of Retribution. You want to max out Armored Infantry. Whenever your shields are active, you're going to gain gun damage and damage reduction. Guess what? Your shields are always going to be active, because this is a 1 health build. Look in the bottom left corner, 1 health. If you die, or, I mean, if your shields break, you're dead anyway. So your shields are always going to be up unless you're dead. Drowning in Brass, max it out. You can have 3 stacks of this. 20% gun damage per stack. Negative 2.5% rate of fire per stack, for a total of 3 stacks, 60% gun damage, negative 7.5% rate of fire. However, the negative fire rate doesn't matter because you have scorching RPMs. Thin Red Line, you want to max this out because even though we have 1 health with the Deathless artifact, this still bumps your shields up, because it still takes what your max health would be and puts it into maximum shields. So you still get max shields from this. Put this to 3. You don't want to put it any higher because you want to save your perk points, but this gives you some more max shields and it gives you some shock damage resistance. And then this is whenever you score a critical hit, which you're going to be doing a lot with not only your guns but your grenades, you deal bonus incendiary damage. I have this at 2 because of my class mod, so I gain 10% of damage dealt as bonus incendiary damage. And then finally, the bread and butter of this build, Desperate Measures. Max this out. If you have a class mod that gives you bonus points to it, go for it. Like I said, for my build, I chose to go for the class mod that gives me more scorching RPMs because I find it works better for me. But if you're bad at like getting critical hits, then maybe you don't want scorching RPMs, because this is based on getting critical hits and giving you fire rate. This is flat gun damage. Whenever you're at low health, which you're always going to be at low health because it's a 1 health build, you're going to get flat gun damage. So if you have a mod that gives this like 5 ranks, then you'll have up to 83% gun damage. I mean, even at rank 3, it's still really good. 50% gun damage, plus you have 15% from up here, plus you have 60% if you have 3 stacks of Drowning in Brass. It's pretty crazy. Mix that with having all this critical hit damage and all this incendiary damage everywhere. It's a pretty nasty build. So I have a Lyuda sniper. Here are the modifiers for this match. I have extra normal bullet damage, but I have negative sniper damage, so it kind of balances itself out. My Lyuda does not have an element on it, so it does normal bullets, so it will do a little extra damage because it does normal bullets, but then the negative sniper damage is kind of going to balance it out. Plus the enemies have more health, shield, and armor, so this is how fast I can kill the Grave Ward with a build like this, with those modifiers. And that's if I don't mess up, because sometimes I fall off the map like an idiot. Gotta make sure that thing doesn't hit me because that'll launch me up in the air. Sorry, my audio is turned off because I don't know why. I think it's because I was farming and I didn't want the audio on because it was distracting me. For some reason his face takes less damage than his chest slot. I don't know why. I hate it. You can see I'm barely doing any damage to his face. You can see in the bottom right I'm regenerating ammo slowly. That's from the critical hits. You'll regenerate more ammo if you have enemies that you can hit with your grenades, because the splash damage and the criticals work for grenades, whereas if you're using a weapon that doesn't do splash damage, you're only going to get ammo back from redistribution and not from pull the holy pin. Grave Ward doesn't have any side mobs to kill until later in the fight. I normally have him dead by the time the side mobs spawn in.
What? That's it?
Let's see what kind of loot we get. See if we get anything good. One legendary. Is that a deathless? Aw, I thought it was a deathless. I got excited. That kind of makes me mad. Well, it looks like they could be decent for Amara, though. For an Amara brawler build. That made me mad, though, like low-key, dude, because I thought I was about to get a deathless finally. And on camera while I'm recording, too. That would have been great, but no. Anyway, I'm going to reset again really quick and see if I can get some better modifiers to show you how quick you can shred him if you have good modifiers on. So, grab ammo. What do we have? Normal bullet damage increased and a sniper rifle increase. Okay. So instead of a sniper rifle debuff like the last round, now we have a sniper rifle increase. So that should be nice and juicy. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. He's going down in 2 mags. Yep, he's dead. That easy. You see just how quick this is. And this is true Vault Hunter mode in Mayhem 3. Like, this is Mayhem 3, as you guys can see. Mayhem mode level 3. You know, I'm not lying about that. 100% health, 150 shield, 150 armor. You know, I'm not making this up. This is a good build. It may not be as insane as like some of the Amara and Zane and Flak builds out there, but it's definitely a good build, and I would recommend you guys check all the class mods that start dropping as you're playing the game, because some of them could be really good. Like, I found the one that I'm rocking now from killing Grave Ward, and I love it. The extra rate of fire and critical hit damage is insane, especially for the Layuta. One more thing I wanted to show you guys before I end this video. That's the end of the build. I just wanted to show you something stupid really quick, though. That's the end of the build, though, so if you just came for the build, you can click off if you want. I want to show you guys this little SMG I found. It's stupid strong. Okay, so these pretty much balance each other out if they work normally. I don't know how this is going to work with these modifiers, but we're going to find out. I want to show you guys this pistol. Or actually, I think it counts as an SMG. I found it from Grave Ward, and it's stupid. It's a stupid gun. I gotta get really close to use it, though. Okay, perfect. He's doing his little smash thing. So jump and get close to him. Look how stupid this thing is. Look at that damage. It's a flamethrower, but it does stupid damage. It's really hard to hit him with it because of the range, but when you can hit him, it does stupid damage. Like, it's just absolutely gross. I mean, look at that. I mean, look how fast it melts those jabbers. There, now I have a 2-stack of drowning in brass, so I got 40% extra gun damage. Oh yeah, and I can show you just how crazy the grenade spam is. Because every time you do splash damage... Oh, they're dead already, never mind. I was gonna say, because every time you're doing splash damage, you're gaining grenades back. If you just keep spamming your grenades, you'll have unlimited grenades. If your grenades do enough splash damage. The best grenades for that is the Hex, which I have yet to get and I'm mad about. Or the Stormfront or the Quasar. The Quasar does less damage than the Stormfront, but it basically sucks enemies in before damaging them. So if you like singularity grenades, the Quasar's for you. Or you just go for the Stormfront. I know this is not a fast run. The point of this run wasn't to show you how fast it is, to show you how stupid powerful this weapon is. It's not very good if I don't get critical hits. Which I guess is to be expected. I mean, look how fast it just melted that dude. I don't think my grenades can reach him. Well, they're reaching him, but they're not working. A lot of grenades don't work on certain bosses. It's pretty disappointing. I guess he's got the little singularity, though. Alright, anyway, I'll stop goofing around with that. I just wanted to show it to you guys. I thought it was a pretty cool little gun that I found. It's like a freaking mini flamethrower. But anyway, I guess that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you guys my play on Moze and how I'm running her right now. This is the build that I've had the most fun with so far. I tried, like I said, I tried full bottomless mags. I tried full demolition woman. I've tried all of it, and this is the one that I've had the most fun with. Because it's not relying on purely one of anything. You have a mixture of things. You could still toss a ton of grenades and continuously get them back. You continuously get ammo back to your magazine. You're doing insanely high DPS, as you can see. Can't pick that up. My inventory's full, but whatever. I don't play Zane anyway. I might later, but right now I'm not. I can't pick any of that joke up. Anyway, yeah, so Demolition Woman, my problem with it is that all 4 of these perks are pure garbage. This is garbage because you can already carry 10 grenades if you max all your SDUs. Actually, I have 11, so you can have 11 grenades if you max all your SDUs. So this will put you at 14. That's not gonna matter with this build, because with this perk, you're constantly getting grenades back anyway. It says it's only a 6% chance, but you have to remember that when you throw out a grenade like the Quasar or the Stormfront, it's shooting multiple lightning bolts, or the Hex too. It's shooting multiple bolts out of it like a MIRV grenade, and each one of those MIRVs procs this perk, so you have multiple chance. You know, let me just show you on a group of like a lot of enemies while I'm talking. Let's go to we don't have to be on Eden 6. Let's go to Athenas. As you're throwing the grenades, each one of the MIRVs that splits off from the grenade has a chance to proc that perk. So you have unlimited grenades, you have really good sustained high fire rate, really good critical damage, you're constantly getting ammo back as well as grenades. It's just overall a really good build, and I just really like it. So let me show you how you can continuously get your grenades back. I'll also show you the Stormfront grenade, because I already showed you the Quasar. Stormfront. You see, the Stormfront does more damage and has a bigger radius, but It doesn't home in on the enemies, and it doesn't pull them in. But that doesn't really matter if it pulls them in. I was just testing the Quasar, by the way. It's not my go-to grenade. I was testing it when I decided to record this video. I'm probably going to stick with the Stormfronts till I get a Hex, but this is the Stormfront grenade, and you could just keep tossing it. Look in the bottom right. Look at all my grenades. They're just coming back because each one of those lightning bolts that comes out, each one of those is doing splash damage. So every time you toss one out, all that splash damage has a 6% chance of restoring your grenade to you. And when you have all these enemies on screen and all those grenades doing splash damage, you're just constantly getting grenades back. And watch, let me fire my gun. Look, I'm constantly getting ammo back from my mag. It's an insane build, it really is. So anyway, like I was saying though, my problem with the Demolition Woman is that perk is trash because you don't need that many grenades. Even with 11 grenades you saw, I was never running out of grenades. This is trash because we're a shield-based build and we do not need health at all where you have 1 health. This is trash. Well, actually, this is not trash. This is one of the only decent perks in this little area right here. You can throw grenades and fight for your life. It's a cool little ability, but it's not needed because you can just kill enemies with your gun while you're in fight for your life, which is actually easier and quicker than grenades, because grenades tend to be slower damage, so you may not be able to get a kill with it. I've ran it. It's a good perk. You can get fight for your life second wins with grenades. It is possible. But the reason I don't go for it is because you need 7 points in the tree just to get down here. 7 more points. I'm already halfway down here, as you can see. So I think you need like 10 points in total just to get down here. This is straight trash because Iron Bear is trash. So you don't want any cooldown rate. And then this is the only good perk at this bottom portion of the tree. But you need 12 points just to get down here. Those 12 points could be better off used in Desperate Measures, Drowning in Brass, Scorching RPMs, etc., etc. That's why I don't do Demolition Woman anymore. I've done a full Demolition Woman build, and it's okay, it's fun. Whenever you deal gun damage, you have a chance to proc a secondary explosion on the target that does 75% of your gun's damage. It's a cool build. It is, because like even if you're just using a high rate of fire SMG, you're creating explosions on your target, and it's really cool. But it's not as much damage as the build I'm running now. Because to get all the way down there, you have to sacrifice perk points somewhere else. And to do that, you're just coughing up too much raw damage, in my personal opinion. I don't think it's worth it. Now for bottomless mags, you could do a full bottomless mags build, but again, all these perks down here aren't that great. Mag size is always good, but mag size isn't raw damage. The higher your mag, the more DPS you can do before needing to reload. But most of the guns reload pretty quick in this game anyway, so it's not a big deal. This is trash because Iron Bear is trash. If you have 2 weapons of the same type on the Iron Bear, they do 25% more damage. Iron Bear is just not very good right now. He needs work. So that perk is useless. Infinite ammo for a few seconds after exiting Iron Bear. Again, if Iron Bear was decent and it actually did good damage, then this might be a good perk. This one, as your magazine empties, you gain more damage. But what doesn't make sense to me with this perk is this tree is all about not running out of ammo because of redistribution and having a big magazine size. This is giving you damage for the lower your mag is. It's a contradictory perk and I don't like it. And then lastly, this is good. You constantly regenerate ammo for your equipped weapon. That's fine and all, but we're already doing that with redistribution and means of destruction. So you don't need that perk. And then lastly, Shield of Retribution. I've done a full Shield of Retribution build, and it's okay. There are a lot of good perks in this tree, and if you're like really bad at the game and you die a lot, this is a good tree. Phalanx Doctrine is a good perk. You gain gun damage and max shields per stack, and you can have unlimited stacks. It is a good perk. This is a good perk. Whenever you get a critical kill, your shields immediately begin to recharge, but that requires you to get a critical kill. This is a good perk. All of these are really good perks, except for the bubble shield for Iron Bear, because again, Iron Bear is garbage. This is a good perk because even if you're at 1 health, you can still get the bonus incendiary damage. This one's okay. When you hop in Iron Bear, you begin recharging your shields quicker than normal. It's a good oh shit perk that you can use. And you could even choose it over this if you wanted to. If you're about to die, hop in Iron Bear, your shields are going to start recharging. And even though Iron Bear is going to get smacked because he sucks, you get your shields back. But all of these are good perks. They are all great. And this is a good perk too. Whenever your shield breaks for 30 seconds, you get 40% of your shields back so you don't die, and you get 30% extra gun damage. It's a good perk. Again, all these are good perks, but when I put all 3 of the trees together, I create a magical build of just utter destruction, and I just love it. Well, that didn't work out too much, but then again, the Leota's not really made for trash mobs, so... This flamethrower is like stupid strong. And I even believe, yeah, they're taking less damage from incendiary as well. This is the flamethrower at half its power. I'm only using 50% of my maximum power. Anime references for the win. But you can see, even with it only doing 50% of its maximum damage, it's still cooking things alive pretty well. It's a good little gun. Which I probably should tell you the name of it in case you guys are wondering and you want it. I got it off of Grave Ward. I guess it's just a world drop. It's called the Humongous Long Musket. Well, my total name is the Fire Steel Humongous Long Musket Plus Plus. It's just like a flamethrower. I don't know if it drops off a certain boss or not, or if it's just a world drop, but I got it from Grave Ward. It's a really cool little gun. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys, because it's almost 30 minutes long. I doubt anybody's even going to watch the whole 30 minutes, but if you did, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You can let me know if you watched the whole 30 minutes by commenting down in the description, or in the comment section being like, hey, I watched all 30 minutes of your shitty-ass video. I demand cookies. And I'll see if I can give you some cookies or something for watching the whole video. Anyway, bye!